Hi, I'm Jon with J&L Real Estate Group.
And I'm Leslie, and we're excited to be here with our mortgage broker,
John Rodriguez with Amity Financial.
Thank you so much for taking the time. You know, working with buyers, there's a lot of questions that come along with the pre-approval and getting a home loan. And one of the questions people ask the most is, will getting pre-approved hurt my credit? And they're kind of afraid, they want to wait until they find the perfect house. What do you think, and what do you think about that they should do?
It's a great question. Typically, having one credit inquiry will not affect your credit very much. I've seen it happen maybe up to 5 points. I do suggest that if they're going to get pre-approved, to have their credit pulled, just to make sure there are no surprises. But don't have it pulled many times, because that could have an adverse effect on your credit. But one time alone shouldn't have any impact.
Okay.
That's great. You know, again, we want to give buyers every single advantage possible in this market, Jon, so we were hoping you could explain the difference between a pre-approval versus being fully underwritten.
It's another good question. In this market with low inventory, it is definitely competitive. And most of my clients, customers that you send us as well, are getting fully underwritten approved. The difference is a pre-approval is simply a phone consultation, figure out what their income is and the money they have to work with, their assets, and what their credit score is. And off that, issue them a pre-approval letter. That is subject to obviously receiving all the documentation, making sure what our conversation was is accurate, and then having it go to our underwriting team to be underwritten. Now, an underwritten approval is receiving all their documentation, having it delivered to our underwriting team. They issue an approval subject to only a property appraisal. So when you go out and find the clients a property and get them an escrow, all we need is an appraisal.
Wow, that's great.
That's amazing.
And if you could explain, what is the difference between using like a big bank and a mortgage broker, the benefit to using a mortgage broker?
You know, we have, big banks are good, and it depends who you're working with, obviously. We have a array of options to go to, because not every loan is one size fits all. Right. We don't take deposits. I don't do auto loans. I don't do any of that. I simply sell mortgages, and that's all I do. So I think working, with an independent mortgage broker, you're definitely going to have much more opportunity to find the product that tailors your needs.
I appreciate it.
That's great. Another thing that we deal with a lot in this market, Jon, we're hoping you could help us out with, is there are a lot of cash buyers. And oftentimes when we're working with a client, they find the home that they love. Through our due diligence, we find that there's maybe 10 other offers we're competing against. So we talked about being fully underwritten, which is a huge deal, right? If they're fully underwritten, could we close with a loan in 10 to 14 days?
Absolutely. This marketplace, we have to be competitive to compete with all cash buyers, because we don't have many of them, right? Not everyone has all cash. So we've structured our business and our model over here to try to get people underwritten, approved, and be able to close in 10 to 15 days. Yes, absolutely.
That's huge. Well, we hope this video has been helpful. We just feel that following some of these steps that we've laid out here will give you every advantage in this market to get your offer accepted on the home that you really want to buy.